as I said before, and I will reiterate as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession. We will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless Ipob, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. The sun is rising. All your ways reflect and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us more slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by you, but we got Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. Now the light in the rain of the tunnel, so shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can change us, nobody can stand us. Yeah, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your ways will fly and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be every building. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the clock strike, black strands crossing gray stripes, clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see in Alice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly, our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly, our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together, we walk through to Zion, we stumble, we rise. How the victory was done, they will know, they will know. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world, because the sun is rising. I still be shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. Say they will know, they will know, they will know. The light shine, the sun is rising. Wave your flag anywhere you are. The light shine, the sun is rising. The light shine, the sun is rising. Freedom, yeah. The sun, we are rising. the time. The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I.
Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwokika Biama is with us. We did it because Chukwokika Biama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Together as one, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good. But we are blessed by Chukwokika Biama. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. So shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be everything. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see in Alice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory will stand. There will know, there will know. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising, I still be shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know.
31st of December 2020 by 12 a.m. Biafra time. Theme: Biafrans, rejoice, for Chukwu Kikabiama has turned our captivity. The book of Psalm 126, 1-3. Duration of fast should be according to one's capability. Biafrans, let's cross over to the land of plenty, the land of rising sun. 2021. A year to be remembered for Biafrans. This message was prepared by Evangelist Ozak Nwokike, Pastor Frederick Mohia, Pastor Chris Wise, and it was signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Affairs Committee. 2021, a year to be remembered for Biafrans.
Who can be against us?
This morning, just coming in, we're still broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra, London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All right, I will talk about those who are interested in contributing to our ESN. I gave out the bank numbers, and we'll keep doing that as long as we are concerned. Don't give your money to anybody. It doesn't matter who that is not doing what we are doing. It doesn't matter how much they cry about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't trust anyone. We have a bank account where you have to pay in your money, and that is where you are going to do it. If you do it any other place, please, maybe you just want to give out your money to illegals, and we don't go for that. Everything about us is very systematic. We do it. We're not doing it because we want to harm anybody. We're not doing it because we want to insult anybody. It's not in our dictionary to insult. What we do is we tell you, we give you the information, we pass it on to you. What you do with the information that we give you is all entirely yours. So do not say that somebody is taking your money because it's you that gave that money out. All right, so our new IPOB USA national account for support of ESN is as follows. The bank name is Chase Bank. Chase Bank is the name of the bank. The account name is Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots, INC. The routing number for the account is 044 000037. 044 000037. 044 with 4 zeros, then the number 37. The account's number is 66 96 80 115. I repeat, 66 96 80 115. The email address, in case if you want to use the Zelle, send the money, it's IPOB USANA. I repeat, IPOB USANA. That's one word, at yahoo.com. I repeat, IPOB USANA at yahoo.com. This is the authentic account number. No matter what you get out there, call this person, call that person, please call no one. This is the account number. Pay in your money to this account and it will go to the right place. If there is any change, you will hear it from Radio Biafra. Anything outside that is not real, it's not fake. And do not come in and tell us you gave money to XYZ, because we have not given you the correct account number. This is the authentic number that you're going to use. Whether you're a member of IPOB or you're not a member of IPOB, does not matter. Just send in the money here and it will get to the people. We're trying to, help ourselves. This is not a question of IPOB or Biafra. No, we are talking about protection for Eastern region. Eastern region includes Bayelsa. It may include South and Southeast. This army has this. Well, I will use the word army, but there's just a security group that is supposed to protect our mothers and our fathers and our brothers and our sisters, our families. Wherever they are, they can go to their farms and come back safely without anybody. They have one in southwest, they call it Mamotokun. They have one in the north, they call them Hizbab. We are here as Eastern Security Network, ESN. Don't forget, that's what we are, and that's exactly what we are. It does not matter what anybody thinks. You can say whatever you want to say. You can criticize it all you want. The important thing is, if you don't want to make the contribution, please don't. If you want to do it at the right place. That's the point. That's basically what we are talking about. So ESN has come to stay, regardless of what we think, regardless of what, no matter how much we want it, it does not really matter. What matters is that we are here to do what is right, and you join us to do what is right. That is exactly what it is. That's the announcement for you. I'll be repeating this announcement over and over and over until anybody until we hear it, and make sure that you put in your money where your mouth belongs. Don't just throw in your money. Listen to this announcement.
I am Mazi Uchenna, the coordinator of the state of Kentucky. I implore you today to join the IPOB family in Kentucky so that together we will restore our great nation Biafra. To join, please contact me on 270-317-7524. Again, 270-317-7524. May Chukwoki Kabiama bless us all. Ise.
Oh nana, land of the rising sun, John Lavine, my originality. Land of the rising sun, Biafra, land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south and the middle, great Biafran people. We take killing to idol worshiping, and we lost the faith of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worshiping, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people. Trading by barter, you give me palm oil and take soup to them entire. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got a Nigeria with religious fitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart, building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, Nana. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people, freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the right.
them why. All we want is freedom.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.
I received an email recently by a Dr. Augustina Madu Odidika, and she said in her email, I was born in a Catholic family in Biafra, West Africa, and have remained a Catholic all my life. In the course of the email, she wondered why Catholic radio wasn't reporting news about the genocide against Christians, particularly Biafrans or Igbos in Nigeria, who are on a daily basis being attacked by 4 major terrorist groups officially sponsored by the Fulani Muslim-led government in Nigeria. She pointed out over 7 Catholic priests have been murdered in the last 2 years. The most recent, a seminarian, beheaded recently at the same time when a chapter chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria was gruesomely murdered. Okay, so I said, you're right. I don't hear much about this. I will say, though, my colleague Joe McLean on Mondays often talks about persecution, probably more so than most hosts on Catholic radio. It's a topic that really needs a lot of attention, so I said, Dr. Augustina, and she does have a PhD, and she said, go ahead and refer to me as Augustina during the interview. I said, come on in, let's talk about this. So she joins me in studio to talk about this very, very important topic. So Dr. Augustina, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much, Dave, for having me here and having some of my friends come to support me. My name is Augustina Madu Odidika. As he has introduced me, I'm a Biafran, which is right now part of Nigeria. We are members of St. Bartholomew Catholic Church in Fort Worth, and I work for the Fort Worth Independent School District. I'm married, I have 5 children, and I was raised Catholic and have always remained Catholic. But the treatment of Christians in Nigeria has become so awful, where people are killed on a daily basis. There are beheadings every day. Every night people talk about how many people died, and constantly villages are being ransacked and sacked every night, and people are killed in the thousands every week. And there is no reporting
Thousands every week,
and there is no reporting about this in the world. You can sometimes hear it on social media, and if your family member is affected, you hear it sometimes, and sometimes if you're affected personally, of course you mourn, but most people don't know that this happens. And this is perpetrated by the evil government that has been installed in that part of the world by the British Empire, the then British Empire, who colonized our part of the world. So Biafrans were part of Nigeria, and because we were part of Nigeria, were kind of annexed into being part of Nigeria, they collected a whole bunch of nations in that region at that time and made us part of Nigeria and called us Nigeria, which we think is kind of a derogatory kind of expression now that we are in the United States and we know that.
Let me stop for a second. I did a little bit of research before the program just so I could have some numbers, and there is a persecution monitoring group called Open Doors, and also the UK-based Humanitarian Aid Relief Trust, and they estimate that 7,000 Nigerian Christians have been killed for their faith in the past 5 years. You're saying 1,000 a week, I think you said, right? And so these numbers apparently are really, really low. So nobody's getting the numbers right.
Very low. And one of the things that happens is that the media in Nigeria have been telling this kind of lies all the time, that people are beginning to just accept. Who is going to go and find out? Who will find out how many people died in a village that was sacked? The Nigerian government doesn't even know how many people live in a particular village.
Yeah.
How do listeners get good data? I mean, Aid to the Church in Need, I know, is in Sudan. Is there some group that we can go to find out and listen more to the suffering church here?
That's the even more insane thing, is that people who come from outside of the world and go into Nigeria are not allowed because they're scared. They're threatened. Their lives are threatened.
Yeah.
You don't want to go where your life is threatened.
Right.
You might die just on your way going to the place. So it is almost impossible to get good data, clean data from Nigeria. There is no way.
Who is doing the killing, too? I mean, not just the government, but could you tell us more specifically?
This is a wonderful question. Specifically is the Fulani herdsmen and 5 other Islamic terror groups in Nigeria.
Islamic terror groups.
Islamic terror groups. And I have names like the Fulani herdsmen, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Mieti Allah, who are always active in Nigeria right now, killing people, sacking villages at night. When you wake up in the morning, you see that the whole village has been killed off. And the rest who maybe made it alive will run out to the roads, and then they are discovered by people.
When you listen to all this, you just start wondering why some of our people who call themselves our leaders in the southeast are trying to condemn the ESN. You are crazy, all of you. You people are mad people, I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, like I said before, I have always said it and I'm saying it again. If you think you're against what we're doing, don't write it in the paper because somebody might quote you out of context. Somebody might say you said something which actually didn't say. Go to video, make a video and let us see your face and see you when you're talking. Then we can know. You people are just mad people because there is nothing you can stop what we are doing. Our leader is leading us diligently. Thank God for giving us somebody who for once in my lifetime, at least, I've lived long enough to know that I have not seen anything like this. Well, probably in the past we had leaders, yeah, but these people were just speaking grammar because they were speaking English that most of them are not even leaders actually. Most of them are just opportunists, people that went to school, either one way or the other. Maybe their father was working in the church and they managed to find their way overseas. They came back. People are not educated enough. And now they became the whatever of Africa that they call them. They speak all the big grammar and all the grammar. Because if these people were knowledgeable, we will not be the position we are today. By their fruits we shall know them. If they were really knowledgeable people, if they were strong, the way we're looking at them, so many mystical stories were told about these people. I grew up learning them, hearing them. The older people will be talking, we the children are there listening, and when we go out with our friends, we want to exercise our knowledge of knowing about these people based on what our parents have told us, and our parents are not even correct because they are just saying something that they think. They are imagining these things. When they say Jiki, River Niger, everybody will drown. My mother believed that, my father did, and we as kids will listen to it, and when we go out there we run our mouth with our friends to show how knowledgeable we are. People like me, I do that quite a lot. When I gather with my friends, I try to quote, say something that I know, and some of them will be marveled. My father was a civil servant, actually, so he worked in government. And for our friends, most of my friends that lived around us there, their fathers were not really civil servants, not as educated or whatever. So when I come in there with that copied knowledge of ignorance, because that's what it was. I was just taking something that the adults were saying and then brandish it with my friends. Today it's not like that. Things have changed. The media is there out there doing what we couldn't have the opportunity in those days. Everything you say today is up there. Before you say something, you gotta be careful what you say because somebody has brandishing a camera on your face and it will be very hard for you to deny it. Yesterday, I listened to this argument with where Catch Ononuju disagreed with Garba Shehu. They were having the federal government response to insecurity. I listened to it yesterday. The Ononuju man is very eloquent. He is very strong. The only way he pronounces the Hausa names and everything is like, I thought he was a Hausa man until they called him Ononuju. So he must be very eloquent in that language. Let's listen to it a little bit before I open up the line for you. I know some people want to call. I don't even know what you want to talk about because right now what we are saying is about ESN. I've given you the account number. If you call me and tell me, listen, I have made my own donation. I have made my own, I've adopted, because we call it adoption. Adopt one of these people and they support 1, 2, 3 people as much as your hands can carry you. Do it. And believe me sincerely, the way I look at this, even making this donation, is don't do it by one month. No, you will not be able to meet up. Just if you have 6 months, lump it in. And know that in the next 6 months, at least you're saving money to do another 6 months. 3 months is okay. 1 month you can do 2. It doesn't really matter. I'm not saying it's not mandatory. Nobody tells you how to make your donations. Nobody tells you how to make your gifts. It's out of your heart. What the way your spirit directs you, that's the way you do it. All right, let's listen to this debate a little bit before we go into actual broadcast, into opening up the lines for you.
Partly security and several other concerns. We'll go to Garba Show, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, as well as Katron Onuju, a member of the PDP and an economist. Gentlemen, good morning and thank you for joining us today on the program. Mr. Show, let me start with you. Several communication that you put out, some of them did say that this government is capable, they've got the capacity to address the challenges that we face as a country, but we've seen several instances that have raised questions about capacity. So give us further impression of where we are at this moment. Is government happy with how they're responding to security issues or insecurity issues in the country at the moment?
Thank you for this opportunity, and to say that is the government absolutely happy. The president has said times without number that his expectations are still to be met, which means we are not exactly where we wish to be. However, a fair judgment that can be made of ongoing efforts of the administration is to judge it by the responses that it makes when challenges of security nature emerge. In all countries of the world, there is one form of security challenge or another. The thing then to do is, how do you respond? And yes, the present administration has responded with capacity, with competence, using available resources and manpower, and all of the limitations that come with that. Wow. So, can we get better? We hope we'll continue to improve. But given the resources available, given the size of the problems, the government is showing, that capacity to cope, and we hope that will continue to get better.
Let's take you down to the recent incidents that occurred in Katsina State specifically, which had to do with the over the 344 Kankara schoolboys. We've had several communication facts. Some are confused as to what really happened, who played what role, because at some point the governor of Katsina State did say that Miyetia Allah did help in negotiations, and then we've seen different comments as well, I think from you as well, saying the army played certain role. Could you shed some light on what you know about that situation?
I think that in all of the things that came out at the end of it, we must thank God Almighty for bringing this to an early end, and to say that actually the glory belongs to the nation, and that I don't see much conflict in what people are saying on all of these things. Look, the security services, the army, police, and the intelligence agencies showed good judgment and capacity by promptly responding to the kidnap of those students and locating exactly where those young people were being held. And having done that, they quickly mobilized and surrounded, gated the entire place to ensure that you did not go out and did not come into that place. So whatever followed after that is just to reap from the gain that has been made. Because once we made sure that the entire place had been surrounded and they had been locked in, Now, the choice for the army was, should they shoot to get these young chaps out? If they did, there would have been fatalities, there would have been collateral damage, and it would have been tragic if at the end of this saga, that when some parents got their children alive, others were delivered body bags. That's not what the president wanted. So the military, having identified where they were, less than 24 hours after the kidnap, they patiently waited for the process of the negotiation to be concluded. And at the end of it, I think that everyone is happy that it ended the way it did.
Mr. Nanoju, are you of the same impression?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We don't have the same impression. We believed this last episode is the most recent in a chain of episodes in which the government gets itself involved in staged kidnappings.
That's correct.
Staged kidnappings, which are used as a ploy to pay the bandits who the government has been using for the purpose of ethnic cleansing for ancestral lands, which has been a historical government's pursuit since President Buhari came to power. As he has begged Nigerians for land and we refused, we see him using these bandits to get lands and periodically paying these bandits through these kidnappings. If the army, as Garba has simply said now, were able to surround where they were and able to hold them down for the Miyetti Allah to negotiate, as Governor Masari said, for the boys to be released. Why has the army stayed hands in all these years? I was on this station talking about the dangers in Kankara. I said that last year. I talked about the problems in Maru. I talked about the problems in Basari, in Duchuma, in Musa, and all along government did nothing. And suddenly Kankara, the same Kankara I have mentioned here twice, based on my work in those areas, government now use Kankara for the boys to be abducted. And what do we have? Money is paid. I've been hearing a lot of things. As I yesterday, I had about £4 million paid for these people to use in continuing to aid and fund their operations. What we are saying is, we stand today with Governor Zulum's position that the internally displaced people should be returned back to their ancestral lands. Garba Shehu has no right to tell Nigerians that they do not have permission or clearance to return back to the ancestral lands. I want these things resolved, just like every Nigerian wants it resolved. To tell me that the president is comfortable with the way it is, and that's why he has kept the service chiefs, and because they have agreed to stay hands from attacking these bandits, it's unacceptable to Nigerians, it's unacceptable to my party, it's unacceptable to everybody of good sense who watches this horror continue everywhere. As I'm talking to you today, people from Borno State are spending Christmases in IDP camps. People from Plateau are in IDP camps. There are IDP camps in Abuja. Let those people be returned back to their ancestral lands. That's all we're saying. I believe all these state kidnappings are simply a process to put money in the hands of those bandits, the terrorists, who Buhari has refused consistently.
Okay, so quite a number of issues that you raised. So we'll get Mr. Shehu to respond to it before we move on to other points. So Mr. Shehu, would you start from the point, first of all, was ransom paid to get the boys out?
All of the leading actors involved in the release of the children, the students, said no ransom was paid. The governor of Zamfara State, who had a policy of engagement with the bandits and leading to the surrender and the renouncement of banditry. So they used reformed bandits to gain access. Repentant bandits, I think that's the word they use, to gain access to those that were in the forest, and they had them released. So Your question is, was ransom paid? To the best of our knowledge, no ransom was paid because all the leading actors, Katsina, Zamfara, did say no ransom was paid.
You also heard the part where he says that these are staged kidnappings. How do you react to that?
I think it's just being ridiculous because how can anybody do this? Then people must be heartless if they should subject these young people. You have been reporting accounts from young people, these young people kept in the forest, fed once on raw potato and the drips of water for 7 days. See how much suffering they were subjected to. I don't think any decent human being would subject innocent young people to this kind of thing. No, it's ridiculous. Nobody should say this, please.
Well, when you say, Mr. Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Kachanoji, when you say that you had this issue raised over time and now they are happening the way they are happening, when you raise these issues, to whom specifically did you raise them and what was the reaction you got? Mr. Aluju, not to worry, we'll return in just a moment and then both of you will get his response and then you will equally continue. So just hang on, we'll be back in a moment.
Hey YouTube, how's it going?
How do I
stay safe?
All right, that's an interlude for the program. I think it continued. Yes, I think so. Okay, let's coming back.
Welcome back. Well, Mr. Aluju, could you go ahead, please?
Thank you very much. As I was saying, I sat on this particular chair when I warned about the crisis in Kankara, and then Dutsima, Musa, Safana, Basari, and yet the government never thought it necessary to protect the indigenes of Kankara. Now they have suffered this staged kidnapping, which is similar to the game you saw in Rapture. What we are saying, the government should please stop its employment of ethnic cleansing as a strategy to grab ancestral lands. Now that all its ploys have failed, I'm aware it is now advising governors, coercing them to try to draw up grazing routes. You see, the government's fascination with land is the reason for this. The problem between the Fulani and the Dogon in Mali, in the ones also in Senegal, in Gambia, and the one in Nigeria, it's all about land. And we are telling President Buhari, it is not proper that you, because of your need for ancestral land, which of course, the other day, Femi Adesina said, it's better that we give up ancestral land than to die fighting to protect the land. Nigerians will not give up their land. They are emotionally attached to their land. In a lot of the places I went to, in this Hausa area,
okay, just hang on a minute.
Padama.
Yeah, so, Mr. Shehu, is this the case? Is this what's really going on?
that the president wants to grab land and to give land to whom?
The Fulanis.
I guess the facts need to be known. This country has a grazing problem because the herders, mostly Fulani, are challenged from a lot of the places that they had practiced. The attack by desert, this encroachment by desert, leading to drying up of a lot of grazing lands in the northernmost parts of the country, has put pressure on the herders who have been looking southwards, for green grass so that their cattle will eat and also have water to drink. It's a global climate change situation, which is unfortunate. Consider what has happened around Lake Chad Basin itself, drying up to only about 10% of its original size. About 40 million people, mostly fishermen and herders, had earned livelihood in all of those areas. So, and I'm glad that with the report I just saw on your screen that governors of the North Central states are coming together to say, well, let us resolve these problems of grazing, because we have to stop these herders from roaming and eating up crops all over the country. They drive their cattle into farmlands and then they eat up the crops, and the farmers fight back and the killings follow. This country cannot continue in this way. But the president has no plan, has no wish for land other than that which he has inherited from his father. In fact, some of it has even donated for community purpose. So I think that we need to get our facts right when we speak on some of these things.
Well, one of the things that a number of people have also queried, Mr. Shehu, is that comment that, was ascribed to you, saying that, the 43 rice farmers, farmers generally, there wasn't any report as to whether or not they were permitted to go to their farms. Well, a number of people also believe that maybe you were, quoted out of context. You want to clear the air on exactly what you meant by that when you said that they didn't take permission before they went to their farms.
Certainly it was not my language, and a number of media houses have published the transcript of my interview with the BBC World. That was not my language. I could not have said that. It would have been very insensitive of anyone to have said that. But there are security issues in the northeast, particularly in Borno State. Progress has been made, a lot of it. Yobe State today has moved on. Bauchi has moved on. Gombe has moved on. Taraba, Adamawa, they have moved on. And we are hoping, we are praying for our brothers in Borno State that they too, with the support of the military and the communities, they will rid themselves of Boko Haram, and they too will move on.
What exactly did you mean? What was his comment?
As I said, I was responding to a question whether there was the entire area clear of mines and terrorist threats. And I said, to the best of my knowledge, I was unaware that this had been given. In any case, before you spoke, you would have spoken to the military on a number of these things, and you would have got their take on some of these things. But again, as I said, we are today living in the world of the new digital media. People take words that you have spoken, and then they give them their own meaning, and then they go on to slaughter you. So it's such that the one who has said nothing is the one who is safe today. And we hope that sanity will come at some point, that in the same way Europe, UK, they are sanitizing the digital space. We hope that it will one day be done in our own country as well.
I'm not particularly clear what you mean by that, but perhaps you want to clear that, but respond to this one. Is it true? Is it a fact that people, farmers take permission and pay before they go to their own farms to farm and to harvest? Is it true?
No, I'm not aware of that, and it is not true, and I'd never said they needed to take permission to go to the farm.
Okay, well, Mr. Onanuju, you want to respond to some of these issues that you have raised, especially, what Mr. Shehu Garba has been quoted to have said, and his response just now.
Thank you. What Garba said was publicly reported. He's here now to try to say he was quoted out of context, that the meaning which the world came to hear as his position, it's not what he intended to say. Yes, it is also the same way with Femi Adesina, where he said that we should give up our ancestral land instead of dying fighting to keep those lands. Now, one thing I found out in all those communities I went to was the fight over land is normally in areas where you have what you call the Fadama. Fadama are wetlands, and wetlands are where for generations the Hausa farmer has always depended upon, because you don't have too many wetlands all over northern Nigeria. So wherever you have the Fadama, there is fight over it. If you check about the killings in Borno, it was also over a Fadama. The Fadama was so wet they could grow rice on that farm. So it's always where you have Fadama. That's where you have these new refugees looking to take land. The historical old indigenous Fulani in Nigeria do not kill people or houses over Fadama. The people involved are the new refugees who are escaping from the war between the Dogon and the Fulani, especially in Mopsi in central Mali. What we are saying is the government should purpose the security services to treat those who kill Nigerians as terrorists. The government should stop paying to those people with staged kidnappings like in Dapchi, like in I have in Kankara. This is not acceptable to Nigerians. General Buratai should reswear his allegiance and oath to the Nigerian constitution, not to President Buhari. And that's why I see all of them as complicit in this game of ethnic cleansing on land. And of course, Buhari and those who enable him responsible for ethnic cleansing in national institutions and national parastatals. So you can see it's a program driven both on land and also in national institutions and parastatals. Buhari has not stopped, and we believe that he should stop his policy of ethnic cleansing against Nigerians on land, as I have stated now. I've been saying this for a very long time. I actually came back from Katsina yesterday, where we went to talk to the people one-on-one. And then I started meeting the children who say no. They were told to say that on the video they were being held by Abu Shakau's people. As they are back in Kankara, they tell no, they are not. That's what they were told. But then blah blah blah, they are bandits. And that's why I asked Garba Shehu, why wouldn't you tell your boss, President Buhari, to please earmark these bandits as terrorists? If people in the East who are agitating peacefully for a new country are being banded as terrorists because of the rhetoric that they're bandied about, what about those who take weapons to kill Nigerians, who engage in ethnic cleansing against people from ancestral lands?
Let's get him to respond to that.
These people, despite being paid money.
Okay, let's get Mr. Shehu, could you respond to that?
As far as Katsina,
Mr. Onanuju, just hold on a minute. Mr. Shehu, do you want to respond to that?
Constantly for daring going back to their...
Just hold on, Mr. Onanuju. Let Mr. Shehu respond to what you've just raised now. Just hang on. Mr. Shehu, please go ahead.
Let me. I really don't want to be dragged into this level of the discussion. But however, I must say that grab land for whom? When the Global Terrorism Index reported in 2014 that 1,200 Nigerians had been killed in fight between farmers and the farmers, was President Buhari in power? So Mr. Jonathan was in power then. So Mr. Jonathan, was he trying to also take land? When Boko Haram burnt down 20 schools, throwing out more than 10,000 children in Maiduguri out of out of school before 2015. Was it President Buhari who was facilitating all of these things when the country's economy lost more than 14 trillion US dollars 3 years to the run up to 2015 election, arising from a fight between herders and farmers and the terrorism? So were they gaining? It was his own political party that was in charge. These are not things that we would like to talk about. They are not good for our country. They should not have happened. But I think that we should speak to facts and stick to them instead of theorizing. At some point you were saying land grab, and then farmers had us Fulani want to take this land from farmers, and at some point he's saying it is aliens, people from Mali, and who are coming in as. So I think that we should stick to the facts, and would be more and better respected.
Oh. Does the government have information? Can you tell us, have they been able to identify who are these people doing these things, these killings?
I think that research, and I've read quite a number, especially some sociologists from ABU had done this thing with the Fulani and the farmers. It is clear that what is happening in the northeast, Boko Haram terrorism, is different from much of what is going on in the northwest, because these are bandits who operate in the forest and who seize people and the cattle in order to make money. Of course, they kill, they take life, and then they rape and they plunder. But these are criminal gangs that have taken to unoccupied spaces, and then they are wreaking this havoc from those safe havens, I will call them, because in a way, there are methods for dealing with this situation, and societies make choices. Force can be used, and there are communities that choose to say, well, they would accommodate, they will sit down and talk to them in the belief that they would convert them into new beliefs, respect for human life and all of these things.
In the first term of the president, there were some ministers, even ministers of state at that time, who did say, I think when they were with the National Assembly, that some of these people carrying out those attacks were Fulani fighters from different parts of Africa. Has that changed?
Not much, because the thing is that our expansive boundaries are talking about 4,000 kilometers Sokoto to that end of Lake Chad, and all of that can hardly be physically manned, although digital technology is now being employed. ECOWAS treaty permits free movement of men and the animals across all state boundaries. There are concerns from Nigeria, and I know that our Minister of Interior is working on a plan to see if ECOWAS would really change this aspect of the charter, so that nations have responsibility for their people, and we are able to control the influx that is harmful to our security.
Mr. Shehu, what you just said now could raise certain questions on a number of people. When you say, of course, the ECOWAS treaty says, it permits the free movement of all kinds of nationals into, each other's countries, willy-nilly. But then that also raises questions about whether or not that we have had Fulani, people of Fulani and other, extractions come into Nigeria willy-nilly without any check or balance whatsoever. Is that what you're saying?
Well, when they come through those border posts that are manned, checks can be made. When they cross in from
one moment, Mr. Shehu,
border, that
a good number of times last Friday we had a conversation with the PRO of Customs Service, who was also saying that to a large extent they are unable to check these people because people would rather give information to other people than to give it to them. So if we are saying that we are having these foreigners coming to Nigeria unchecked, we'll definitely have a much bigger problem on our hands. You will also remember what the governor of Kano had said, that a good number of the Almajiris in Nigeria are not Nigerians. So that begs a lot of question as to what you are saying now about how precarious our security situation is.
Yeah, I agree with you, and this is why the president considered the closure of the border for all this land border for much of this time until they were reopened a week or so ago, because the thing is that this country has been talking to our neighbors, asking them that they cooperate with us in order to stop this influx of bandits, of weapons, of drugs, and the trafficking of Nigerian women, and the cooperation had not measured up to the expectation of the president. And this is why he was forced by the necessity of the situation to shut down the borders. And now we are reopening in the hope that the agreements we struck with them, that they will work hand in hand with our own security, with our own customs, on a trial basis, because not all the entry points have been reopened. It will be tried. If it works well, then others will be reopened. If there is trouble, then the government may have a rethink. So, but it is the technical committee that will advise the government on how well things are working now that we have reopened 4 points out of the numerous that we have.
Well, Mr. Shehu, one of the things that we heard last week on this program was from Jamilu Aliyu, who is one of those people who organized that protest that was to hold on the day the Kankara boys were released. One of the things that he said to us was that people carrying AK-47 slung on their shoulders walk around the city of Kankara and the environs, go to the markets, price goods, buy goods, and take them away with their guns on their shoulders, and no one stops them. Are you aware that this is happening?
I don't live in those places. I'm not aware that it is happening. What I know is that the military, the country's military, is truly overstretched. They are active in 34 of the country's 36 states, and in need of more people. The governor of Katsina recently only asked for additional troops in his state and all of that. So we need to do more procurements in order to ensure that all parts of the country are sufficiently covered. However, this country also has a problem because when communities embrace criminals, they make choices that they will regret, because there are instances where the military, this country's military, has been exposed to danger by leakage of information from communities that they ought to be protecting. There's the need for a lot of reorientation to be done, because unless we do that, we see security as being the responsibility for each and every citizen of this country. It's not for the police or President Muhammadu Buhari, who sits in Asorok.
Okay, well Mr. Joe,
things right.
Yes, let's take the response of Mr. Onanuju on this just before we take a break. Mr. Onanuju, how do you respond?
Yes, he is right. When the communities decide to give information to the criminals, and talking about that community, the community of recently reintegrated Boko Haram activists into the Nigerian army are the ones that Senator Ndume, chairman of the Senate Committee on the Army, said provided the information to the Boko Haram to attack our army. And that's why you see President Buhari's policy of being soft. At the times when Shehu was talking about when those things occurred while PDP was in power, who did the terrorists call to become their negotiator? It was President Buhari. When Buhari now took power, what did he do? He sought to take lands all across Nigeria for him to create Fulani settlements. And we said no. He now talked about Uruga, talked about grazing reserve, cow colony. All those things were simply as a strategy to change demographics and create massive settlements all over for these same refugees who are flooding into Nigeria. Go make a research. There are no Fulanis in Nigeria of Nigerian origin demanding to be deported from their states to bushes or hostility from the local indigenous landlords.
Just hold your train of thoughts at that point. When we return, you'll conclude your train of thoughts before we end the show in just a moment. Stay with us.
All right, we're still listening. I'll listen to this to the end because yesterday I spent time listening to it, and this is what our leader has been saying. He's been saying this. God knows this is not. It's not like a new thing. He said it over and over and over. And let's keep listening.
It's our concluding moments now. So, Mr. Nunju, quickly go ahead and conclude your thoughts.
Yes, as I was saying, the government came in and were demanding for land all over Nigeria. We refused to give them the land. I, on this station, suggested that President Buhari should rather work in alliance with other leaders in the sub-region to bring an implementation of the 2015 peace agreement in Mali to fruition, so that way you can keep the refugees back in their places instead of them coming here. Because why? If you don't solve Mali as a dam, when it bursts, the flooding will affect the entire sub-region, and that's what you're seeing right now. So why has he not allowed the service chiefs to go after these terrorists? Why has Buhari not called these people terrorists? Because these bandits are clusters of terrorists with no ideology. All they do is kidnap, and the kidnappings are for ransom, and the other thing they do is keep land. Who are the people now keep staying those lands? I went and I saw clusters of new refugee arrivals who are not Nigerians on the land. But when the owners in Nigerians come back to their lands, Garba Shehu will say they have no permission. They have no clearance to go back to the land. And when you ask him here, he will say that his words have been taken and have been weaponized against him. That's totally wrong. That's why I would like to tell him.
Let's get him to respond, defend this so that we can wind down. Mr. Ashwin, go ahead, please.
Well,
let me stop it right there because there's nothing he's going to say that will make any sense to me and to anybody else. The truth is, there are so many discrepancies in these people, the way they talk. You know, to defend lies is more terrible. It's not easy. Look at Shehu. He's staggering before he says anything, because he's trying to respond to something that is a lie, and he is thinking. Yes, but the man that is speaking, the Ononuju guy, is very knowledgeable about what he's saying. The truth is, that's why he's flowing. It's not that Shehu cannot speak English. It's just that he has to think before he will talk, because he's defending, he's on the wrong side of the fence. That's basically what it is. The truth is that, talking about service chiefs, I was thinking yesterday, and I think I even shared that thought with somebody yesterday, that when they talk about service chiefs being removed and the rest of them, how can the people, the cabal, they all know, the service chiefs know that the man there is not Buhari, that Buhari has died. You can't remove them. It's impossible. Completely impossible. Who will ever think, who will remove Buratai? Buratai knows that the man that put him there is dead. He's not alive. The people there are just gang of, what do I call them? They call them cabal, but I call them gang of hoodlums. Gang of whatever you call them. They gather together. They don't have any power. This stolen mandate. Buratai, the service chiefs, the IG, all of them know that Buhari is dead. He's dead, and you can't do anything. You know, who is a fool? Buhari is dead, is not more. So there's no way all these service chiefs can be removed. Try to remove any of them and see the consequences. They get themselves together, get a coup, and throw you out and expose all of you to Nigerians. It's as simple as that. Let us stop behaving as if we don't know. All these things that they're talking, I'm not saying that they know. You know, most of them want to be politically correct, right? That's the language they use. He wants to be politically right. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything to anybody who's thinking properly. The truth is that they cannot be removed. The service chiefs can never, ever be removed, because they know that the man who put them there, you know, fruits from the poisonous tree. Already a crime is committed. It's like a blackmail. They know, okay, come remove me now, make us see. You were there, are you supposed to be there? The man that put us there is dead, and you think you can come in. They can't even talk seriously to them. I'm kidding, I'm not kidding. Oh, Buhari has to remove the service chief. If the real Buhari was there, obviously he's going to do it. There's no doubt about it. He will remove them. Jonathan removed Iyke. If Jonathan was fake, if the person there was not Jonathan, if Iyke will still be there, because nobody that comes to replace Buhari, Jonathan, that claim to be Jonathan, will be able to remove those people. This is not common sense now. It's not rocket science. So they are all criminals. They acting. They know. There's nothing. Any of them can say anything about Buhari right now. The people there cannot even go and do anything. All they will be wishing is that the man doesn't talk. Even this man that is sitting down there, what's his name? The man that is defending the federal government, he can't do anything, he can't do much. He knows that the man there is not his boss. Let us open the line and take our calls at 64692045541, 5703528442 plus 19294069953. So let us dwell on what we have just listened to this morning, because this debate was very heating, and I just ran into it yesterday, and I felt that it's something. But one thing I want you to understand is this. There is a question that I always ask. How can you kidnap 400 and something people? How possible is that? If they say it's a hold up, maybe they went into the school, they lock up the gate, they hold gun on their head and wouldn't let anybody come in. Well, would you call that kidnapping? I don't understand it. But the way they are talking is like they took them from there and took them into the bush, because according to them, they were eating potatoes and drinking water and raw potato in the bush. I don't understand the contradiction. This is a setup. Everybody knows that nobody was kidnapped. They just use this to, finance the Meitiala. It's financing because they run out of money. So when they do this, they give them money. Now they are denying the money was not exchanged. Come on, Nigerian government, are you kidding me? Who are you talking to? When they saw them in Lekki with gun trying to kill people and they're denying it, then this 4 million that nobody was even there when the money had passed on. Of course they'll give this money that is nothing. They're financing them, they're giving them the money, they'll write it off. So let's not talk about service chiefs, because we have none. The people there know that the Buhari is dead. The service chiefs were the man that appointed them was Muhammad Buhari, and that's the only man that can remove them. And the only man that can remove them is dead. He's dead and gone, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. This is Radio Biafra. I hope I'm still coming out there with ears, because I keep seeing that system is streaming. So if you're not hearing me, I'm so sorry about it. There's nothing I can do with that. I can see that it's orange color, but sometimes it says like that, the color still comes out. The voice is still come out. So if you can't hear me, just inbox me and let me know.
We are getting
this is Radio Biafra.
It's a matter of time.
The line is open for you. 64692045541, 570-352-8442, plus 19294069953. Call us.
You know me, say I don't know myself again. Yeah. The love I have for Biafra has taken over my heart. It's burning like fire. Biafra is my heart desire. I want her like Messiah. Nnamdi Kanu is Messiah. My love, oh. I'm ready to do anything for you, my love. I'm ready to do everything for you, my love. I will make you my cantan. I will make you my cashier. Just be patient, my love. Oh, oh, oh. Be patient, my love. Oh. Be patient, my dear. Be patient, never relent. Oh. Just remain resolute. Oh. Biafra, they come. Oh. I want to go full. Oh. I go package for you. Yeah. I go manage your baby. Be patient, my love. Oh. Biafra is the hope. Oh. Be patient, never relent. Oh. Biafra is the hope. Oh. Biafra, they come. Oh. I want to go full. Oh. Package forever. Go manage again. Bosom. This body, lot of people could not pay their house rent again in Nigeria. For this Buhari regime, a lot of people could not feed their children again. For this Buhari regime, a lot of people could not fuel their cars again. I mean their car again. Buhari regime, a lot of people could not eat food again. For this Buhari government, prosperity in Nigeria is not genuine. That's the reason why the masses are suffering. More they are dying, more politicians are going higher. Prosperity in Nigeria is all about evil. Homo Biafra, Homo Chuku Wabiama. We are entitled to fight this evil. Let's come together and support our supreme leader and crumble this evil. Go Nigeria. Be patient, my lord. Be patient, never relent. Biafra they come. I wanna go full. I go package for you. You know go manage again. Be patient, my lord. Sick kingdom of Biafra. Be patient, never relent.
All right, just took off the seat and a little bit I want to add to listen to make sure that I'm on air and everything's okay. I'm very happy about that because I won't trust the pink color, the orange color that I see on the screen. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. We started taking calls at 646-920-4541, 57085-352. 8442 plus 1929406-9953. Don't forget, and we are embarking on fasting and praying overnight and then in the end of the year. And I want each and every one of you to participate because it's always good to do that for you to move into the new year with less problem in your. But Biafra, pray for our nation. Biafra, whether they like it or not, we are here. And it is good thing of that and make sure that you participate fully.
No. Let my people go. No. Let my people go. No.
There will be fasting and prayer for crossover night prayer for IPOB/Biafrans worldwide on Thursday, the 31st of December 2020 by 12 a.m. Biafra time. Theme: Biafrans, rejoice, for Chukwu Kikabiama has turned our captivity. The book of Psalm 126, 1-3. Duration of fast shall be according to one's capability. Biafrans, let's cross over to the land of plenty, the land of rising sun. 2021, a year to be remembered for Biafrans. This message was prepared by Evangelist Ozaku Nwokike, Pastor Frederick Mohia, Pastor Chris Wise, and it was signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Affairs Committee. 2021, a year to be remembered for Biafrans.
All right, I have a call. Let me try this one. I don't know what these phones are doing. They're looking like they're coming on and off. All right, let's see. WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Yeah, I can see that this. I don't know what the problem is, but whatever it is, give us a call when you're ready again, because I don't know, the lines are not looking very interesting this morning. All right, now it comes back. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. All right, it's not working. All right, let's listen to the clip. Our sister
by a Dr. Augustina Madu Odidika, and she said in her email, I was born in a Catholic family in Biafra, West Africa, and have remained a Catholic all my life. In the course of the email, she wondered why Catholic radio wasn't reporting news about the genocide against Christians, particularly Biafrans or Igbos in Nigeria, who are on a daily basis being attacked by 4 major terrorist groups officially sponsored by the Fulani Muslim-led government in Nigeria. She pointed out over 7 Catholic priests have been murdered in the last 2 years. The most recent, a seminarian, beheaded recently at the same time when a chapter chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria was gruesomely murdered. Okay, so I said, you're right. I don't hear much about this. I will say, though, my colleague Joe McLean on Mondays often talks about persecution, probably more so than most hosts on Catholic radio. It's a topic that really needs a lot of attention. So I said, Dr. Augustina, and she does have a PhD, and she said, go ahead and refer to me as Augustina during the interview. I said, come on in. Let's talk about this. So she joins me in studio to talk about this very, very important topic. So, Dr. Augustina, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much, Dave, for having me here and having some of my friends come to support me. My name is Augustina Madu Odidika. As he has introduced me, I'm a Biafran.
Okay, let me pause it there, take a call, and then go back to it. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Ifani. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. I'm from Newe.
Newe
in Biafra land. Yes. Mazi, me he received all the glory and the honor for another day. Today, we are in the land of the living, breathing, saying Hosanna to him. May his name be glorified in the name of Chukwu.
You say?
Mazi, number one, your voice is clear. You're coming out clear.
Very well. Thank you.
Everything is clear outside here, you know. Number two is that this man called Garabachehu, that man called Garabachehu, the Garabachehu, is he a stammerer?
Yeah.
I just want to know, is he a stammerer? If somebody wants to talk, he started stammering. He don't know what to say again. He don't know what to say because he wants to defend his masters. You know, he's trying to lie upon lie. And I think he's the man that said that the person died, the people died and their farm did not take permission before they go to their farm.
Yeah.
Is he the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now he came out to lie, defend his master. Anyway, our leader said it, that they will keep on trooping in our land, doing all sorts of things. Before they know it, their land will be deserted. Fulani herdsmen, bandit, Boko Haram, everywhere will be occupied by the terrorists. And so,
yes.
Now so it go be. Let them keep on. The governors will go inside the bush, negotiate with the terrorists, take photo with the terrorists, do everything with the terrorists, and they will come out and say they don't know anything about it. They don't know anything about it. Like I said, Mazi.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls anytime the call come in, and we'll pick them up.
Which is right now part of Nigeria. We are members of St. Bartholomew Catholic Church in Fort Worth, and I work for the Fort Worth Independent School District. I'm married. I have 5 children, and I was raised Catholic and have always remained Catholic. But the treatment of Christians in Nigeria has become so awful, where people are killed on a daily basis. They are beheadings every day. Every night people talk about how many people died, and constantly villages are being ransacked and sacked every night, and people are killed in the thousands every week. And there is no reporting
thousands
about
every
this
week.
Thousands every week, and there is no reporting about this in the world. You can sometimes hear it on social media, and if your family member is affected, you hear it sometimes, and sometimes you, if you're affected personally, of course you mourn, but most people don't know that this happens. And this is perpetrated by the evil government that has been installed in that part of the world by the British Empire, the then British Empire, who colonized our part of the world. So Biafrans were part of Nigeria, and because we were part of Nigeria, were kind of annexed into being part of Nigeria, they collected a whole bunch of nations in that region at that time and made us part of Nigeria and called us Nigeria, which we think is kind of a derogatory kind of expression now that we are in the United States and we know that.
Let me stop for a second. I did a little bit of research before the program just so I could have some numbers, and there is a persecution monitoring group called Open Doors, and also the UK-based Humanitarian Aid Relief Trust, and they estimate that 7,000 Nigerian Christians have been killed for their faith in the past 5 years. You're saying 1,000 a week, I think you said, right? And so these numbers apparently are really, really low. So is nobody's getting the numbers right.
Very low. And one of the things that happens is that the media in Nigeria have been telling this kind of lies all the time, that people are beginning to just accept. Who is going to go and find out? Who will find out how many people died in a village that was sacked? The Nigerian government doesn't even know how many people live in a particular village.
Yeah.
How do listeners get good data? I mean, Aid to the Church in Need, I know, is in Sudan. Is there some group that we can go to find out and listen more to the suffering?
All right, I
church
have some
here?
calls coming in. I'm going to pause this and I'll go back to it.
More
I want to
insane
make sure I
thing
get
is
it to the
that
end.
people-
All right. Okay, let me take a call on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right, that call drops. Let me try this one on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
From South Africa, Mazi. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon once again. Good afternoon for the Biafran. Mazi, I just want to comment on this clip that you were playing. I just want to say on that clip that whatever the IPOB has been doing have resonated so many people. You know, it was very difficult for people to come around to talk like this and to talk straight to Fulanis. It wasn't easy before for them to even challenge directly to these vagabonds going around killing people and to even mention whatever they have said. You know. So, but thank God that people are getting more boldly every day to come out and speak. You know, I sit sometimes and I wonder what happens to so-called leaders like Modo that went to them and said, kill me before you kill Fulani. Fulani that is going around and killing people. You know, it's quite fortunate that our people has not actually taken meaning to what Nwaodo said. Otherwise, before when they killed that young lady and dismembered his body, they would have killed Nwaodo immediately because Nwaodo said, "Kill me before you kill a Fulani." You know what happens to our governors? We are doing everything humanly possible to protect our families and our lands and our properties. They are speaking from the other side of their mouth. You know. So these are things that I would sit and ask myself, are they not hearing what Fulanis are saying? Because when you go to this land that they have killed so many people, you find these people they're talking about, which is people from Sahel, occupiing indigenous land. And when these are being said over the radio, over the TV, that you will never believe that it's going to come up because they believe in But now, in a few view of everyone, you hear a governor coming to say, we are trying to make sure that our people stop wandering and come to Nigeria and make it their home. Tell me, anybody with his right sense will now go and take their land and sell to Fulani, which happens in the north, and they are facing the consequence of giving their land to the Fulani. Middle Belt have not agreed to give them their land; they are taking it by force. And then we are saying no to that. And some people are saying we are saying it in a wrong way, which is the right way to say it. We are saying the right thing. You're saying we are saying it in a wrong way. We should go and form a party and wait for them to kill our family before we can protect our family. You know, I want our people to sometimes reason. You know, just like the example you made from Buhari. Everybody knows that. But why are they not rising? Why are we not rising? Biafrans have risen. Oduduwa is rising. The Middle Belt is rising. How on earth do you think? Do you know that Bulatai is the third in command? He can take command Nigeria any day he likes. Because what? There's no one who has the power to remove him. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. He's the commander of Chief Armed Forces of Nigeria at the point. So they must be begging him and pleading on him. No, take some nice salad soup and the jam and give to him. To tell him, please, continue cooling down. Let's continue killing people. That's what it is. When you find our people dashing around trying to please, for how long are you going to please these people? And some people from Yahanese, Josh and Dama, saying that they are pleading to not and they want to be governors or president wherever 20 now being the president of Nigeria. Who tell you that president of Nigeria solves any problem? You're talking about killing people, you're talking about president. People are dying, talking about president. Where is not there, you're not talking about it. Osubanjo is not addressing the nation, you're not talking about it. Nothing is happening, you're talking about presidency. You know, it's very, very pathetic, very, very annoying.
Yes.
But we will continue preaching. You know, I understand one thing that my great leader, Mazi did, was he keep on saying the same thing over the years. It was taking time to think, but by the time it sinks, everyone is rising, speaking directly to the Fulani now, just like this presenter on the TV, and so many other people that are rising up. You know, so we keep on saying what we are saying. As Peters will continue preaching and saying this thing over and over again. We keep on doing the same thing until it will resurrect in people's mind for them to see how foolish they have become being in Nigeria. We are all great people. The only mistake and the only crime that we've committed is being born as a Nigerian. That name brings darkness. That is one thing that, you know, when we talk about the pastors, they are not preaching the right thing. They are not telling people the right thing. Nigeria is a cost to anyone. You're saying you're praying for Nigeria. They have been doing this. I'm close to 50 years. We've been praying for Nigeria to be better. What the hell? We're not praying in where we are now. We are working very hard. When the system damaged, they go and call people that are fixing computers or roads to come and fix it. There's no prayer. Prayer does not fix roads. It does not fix electricity. Divide Nigeria, let people go and work very hard and fix their land. Pastors are not preaching that. What they are preaching is when you finish, you pay your tithe and offering, you come back next Sunday, they say the same thing and collect your money from you. And that's all.
Thank you.
We say this round the corner so that people can raise up. We don't hate anybody. We hate the dishonesty of our people against their own people. The only people that are rich in Nigeria is only the priest and the pastors. And then that's the only business that works in Nigeria, pastors. Any day you like, you just open one shop. The shops where people are supposed to be trading of, people have used it to open shop, churches all over the places. And they started collecting money from people. Started pronouncing what they don't know and what they know.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let me take a call coming on the straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program, sir. This is Ike Peters. Go ahead, sir.
Sorry. Yes, Mazi Peters. You don't quote Kabiama directly.
There we.
There are France all over the world. You don't quote Kabiama directly. Ebe n'ilo tufushira n'elu ụwa. Ka anyị nwekwe n'ike nabata ihe dede Nnamdi Kanu gwara anyị. I am passing this message today because many of us don't know the value of our leader. The value of our leader worth more than this earth. Let me tell the whole world, the value of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is more than this earth. Because this man has come to save the whole world. But the world didn't know. But you people will know it by force because this land, any strategy the world used to enslave us forever, this generation will stop it. Mazi Peters, remain resolute. Every Biafra all over the world, remain resolute. Any word that our leader speak to us that we must do it, that is what we must only do because these people is coming with fire. I am telling you spiritually, these people are determined. Physically, they are determined, but they are using strategy. Anybody in Biafra land that speak against this security network that our leader has installed to defend us, because what is coming to us is far more than what you expect. But we are formidable. Then we are formidable. Oh, you want to see of chapter 6. Of 18 do know, and chapter 6. From verse 24 to verse 27, very, very important. From verse 1, as he did it in the time of Daniel, they ganged up, they went Daniel, but to God can rescue him. You people are looking for me, Dara. They know it's going to be resolute. Then we have sworn us to use our life to sacrifice. Biafra is more than life, it's there. And Biafra, if you don't take Biafra as your own personal property, Buru Biafra ni si Biafra dechi. Ndị gọvanọ si niile nọ n'ala Biafra gekwe anụ ndị. Ndị eze niile, ndị politicians niile, ndị mbụ na ndị egede nwe ala a tụmdoo n'aka na ntị. N'ala awa ọfọ na ogu ka eji bie n'echukwu okike. Onye ọbụla ntụkwa Biafra gide abịa, ma ya na ezinụlọ onye ga-agụkwakwa ya ihe ọma ihe mere Daniel ndị iro ya. Ọkwa echukwu okike abịa na gị ime ụlọ n'isi dede Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa onye ụgbọ gburu isi chiri ya o. Maka ọkwa ọfọ na ogu. Mazi Peters, 1 minute, because to what the Kabia, and I kept the Luba head and Sakari Miller. I think some Gara goes there. Namatu Palev, Namjo is there, and I'm happy. You know, but if I can, no one day did hold it, and I try to remember that. Hofanoya Amanoya, Dara. The project and Nam the Kanu, the Kahana Wizu, but I can say Putu. Ahota n'elu ụwa ndị mbụ na ndị egede fere nwe ofufe ji ọfọ n'ogu jetukana mgbere ha gawa mgbere yo onye ọbụla onye chọpụtara n'ala Biafra ọnwụkọ nwaanyị ọnwata owe obi onwe onye ile onwe onye ama kesi na Biafra agịda abịa ka ala anyị fuo ebe ụmụ na nke ọdịwe nke ha ga-ebi ọzọ ka m na-akọ ọfọ a n'ala nwoke ọfọ so o metere ya were isi ibu ha niile mere ha bụ ezinụlọ ha. Thank
you, sir. Oh, here, Biafra. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right, you have Wi-Fi issue. Okay, now you're back again. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you very much, my veteran, Mazi Peters.
Welcome to the program.
I just want to use this wonderful opportunity given to me by Chukwu Kikabiama to encourage every one of us. My people, we are seeing what is happening everywhere. when our leader said that he have not gotten up to 15 persons. Some of us are no, even we are counting ourselves, everybody. But we are seeing how it is happening. And in this struggle, Chukwu Okike sent somebody. And that person he sent, we have to follow him. Whether he is getting it or not, this is a message so that we will not be making these mistakes and be falling apart because of selfishness, greed, hatred, envy. It must be how we want it. If one is not doing it how you want it, that person will be condemned. No. As far as you say you are following that person, let us follow. We are following our leader, Mazi whom Chukwu Okike have sent for this mission. And if we must get it right, we must follow him. Whether we think he's doing it well or he's not doing it better or this that is happening, this is what has killed a lot of us. Selfishness. In 2015, when he was giving in Malaysia that atonement, always read Deuteronomy 28. What has led what Biafrans are suffering today? We are scattered all over the world because we are not worshiping Chukwu Okike. And he have told us our source. Even those who have been telling you, go back to your root, go back to your root. They don't know their root. After telling you back to your root, they don't know their root. We are ancestral Israel. Our leader made it clear. And that message made us to go and research. Somebody like me, I researched and find out that of a truth. We are the Jews. We are from the main ancestral Israel. It's our root. It has nothing to do with religion that have made people, most of us, to fall apart. It's our ancestral, our history, where we come from, our roots. It's Israel. It has nothing to do with Christianity, Muslim, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism. Nothing like that. It has to do with your identity. We are Israel, ancestral Israel, the Jews. When is this mentioned? People, no, I'm not I'm a Christian. I'm a this. Who is a Christian? Go to the book of James chapter 1 verse 27. What we are calling religion today. When we say religion, people will say Christianity, Islam, this. But your Bible, the book of law, which the British call Bible, go there, James chapter 1 verse 27. He said, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep yourself unspotted from the world. It did not say religion is Christianity or Hinduism or Judaism or this. He said religion is all about helping those in need, helping the fatherless, those whom you are better off. It's all about activity. It has nothing to do with this. When our leader is telling us who we are, we characterize it. He's sidelining Christians. We are Christians, we are this, so we are that. We have seen where it has led us today. Those anyone have here, let him hear what the angel is saying. Exodus 23, verse 20 and 21. He made it clear that the angel is leading us, and that angel, he has manifested in human form. I always tell you this: it's Mazi Kanu. Hear him. If you disobey him, you are disobeying God. God will deal with such a person mercilessly. And I hope that this warning, this thing that is going on, whether you say in some platform now, they say they don't want to hear the news. The truth must be told. The truth must be told. You must hear the truth. It's only the truth that set you free.
Thank you.
Nobody will set you free except the truth. And that is the truth. The truth which Mazi Kanu has brought. Revealing many things, secret things that has happened in the world. It has led to bed. So if you won't have ear, let us hear what the angel is saying.
Thank you.
Let us follow him, because he's leading us into Biafra land. Only him will lead us. It's him and nobody else. God bless all of you.
God bless
you. Have declared.
He said, all right, I have a call coming in on Principal Officer's line. Let me take this one. Free line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my brother. Hi, Peter. How are you doing this morning?
Welcome to the program.
Yes, I called to let you know that I will be calling tomorrow for announcement, special, chilling, and sad news that we, the principal officers, and let me say me, myself in particular, I've been getting from home. It is not healthy. But since you have answered me now, I will go ahead and say it because I'm already on the radio. My name is Onyamu Wazuna Nozia Bachien. I come from our Inolo province in Biafra land. I thank Chukwokike Abiyama for our leader Onyendu, whom Chukwokike Abiyama has designated to carry us home. I thank God for you, Peters, my brother, who wakes up every morning 6 o'clock. You spare your time and your pleasure to give us information of what is going on. And all the leadership and principal officers of IPOB, and I pray to Chukwokike Abiyama in heaven to guide our security officers back home, that we shall go home in a very short period of time. I always say, my brothers and sisters, my eyes have seen the island of Ipob, the road from Enugu to Lagos is closed. My eyes have seen the continent in the continent. My eyes have seen Ojukwu destroy the Nigeria, the zoo beyond the recognition. My eyes have seen Onyendu heading up north with the thousands of Biafran forces after Abuja is totally collapsed. My brother Peters, my fellow veteran, what I wanted to say this morning, they've been saying Christmas, but we don't have anything to celebrate. We are still mourning, we are still crying. We are still grieving every day because of what is going on against our people back home. And each time I get any information about our women, it gives me extra sadness. And the one I've been getting since this Christmas. See this, our coordinators, the family in Aba been calling me since about 3 days ago. What happened is that somebody was killed in Aba. This person that was killed in Aba, they arrested somebody and carried this person to a woman, I will not mention the name, who says only Akara to take care of the family. And the police officer and the boy they arrested went to the woman, and they pointed at the woman that she knew about that her son is among. Why the woman does not know anything about it, the son, a Biafran all as well anyway, and IPOB, does not know anything about the killing. And when they questioned the woman, what is going on, the woman said, I have no idea of what you're talking about. My son don't know what you're talking about. And the police officer and the man they arrested left. In the night time, in the windy night, around 12 a.m. in the night, the police officer with the man they arrested went to the house of that woman while she was sleeping with her family and knocked on the door. The woman came out and said, what is going on? They were police officers with the boy who came to her in the market in Aba where she was frying the akara. And they took the woman to the police station. As they took the woman to the police station, there was a policewoman officer there that hit that woman, and the woman fainted. For hours and hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Hours, the woman didn't know where she was. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. And they said that she was involved with her son in the killing of a police officer. The woman said no. Crimes in Aba, why the woman does not know anything about it. And because of that, they said that she wants to produce her son in order to get her release. Can you see the type of injustice? That the son took a gun from police officer. Can you see this type of injustice? If they bring the son, then they can release the woman. The woman cannot bring the hundreds of thousands they are asking from her. The police, the lawyer is no more anywhere to be found. The judge is there sticking his or her head that this money must come out before they can release that woman. And therefore, what I'm saying today to our people, to those lawyers and the judges back home, what you are doing to your own people, to your own Biafrans, to your own Igbo people is not good, because you are not different from the Ohanese. You are not different from the governors. You are not different from the judges with the Fulanis. You are torturing your own people. How do you sleep in the night time? Extracting money from your own people, asking a woman that is said to only make only akara to take care of the family. And as the daughter told me last night, that her father, because I asked her a bunch of questions, where is their father? Her father tries to talk, but for the past 7 years, that the father has no job. The father is even scared to go to the fair to see his wife, because they said any man that comes there to see that woman, that's going to arrest him. And therefore everybody is running away. And even they threaten the woman, if any IPOB, because they trickled the killing and everything. As the boy, the informant told them that it was IPOB killing. So they trickled the whole thing to IPOB, while the IPOB does not know anything about it. And therefore this is about Iyke. The way they are using our people to exploit, to extract money from their own people, the Biafrans. And therefore, this is not good. It's abhorrent. It's evil. So that's what I wanted to say this morning. Thank you, my brother, Peter, for giving me this very opportunity. I wanted to make a special arrangement to announce it, but you answered my call anyway. I said, let me just go ahead and say it. And the daughter who gave me this very information, I said, okay, put it in the voice message and say to me, I will send it to IPTAS, and I will send it to my namesake, Alozie, so that they will aid and hear your voice, your complaint, your cry. It's very chilling. They cannot even go to the mother. And if you see the mother, she looks like a skeleton.
All right, thank
you, my brother. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. All right, this is US. This Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still taking calls. Let me take this one that is coming in on Principal Officer's line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi. My name is Mazi Dominic from Mississippi. I'm the state coordinator for Mississippi. Just a quick one, please, to all IPOBians and Biafrans all over the U.S. I'm bringing to their notice that on the 9th of January 2021, as we are in the mood of celebration, we should all remember that there will be a general meeting, coming up for all IPOBians and Biafrans all over the USA. This is an opportunity for all Biafrans who have not yet started contributing to the freedom of we going back to our heritage, our home, to come in and contribute whichever way they can. And all IPOBians also that are in the family in the USA should take note of that day. It is very important on the 9th of January 2021. The topic for the meeting will be for the Eastern Security Network, that was just recently launched. We should pay attention because the Zoom information will be released in due course. And also, I want to bring to the awareness of all Biafrans that are living within the axis of Mississippi that there is also a family floating already. This is an opportunity for you as a Biafran to write your names in the wall of history, to participate in this family for we Biafrans to get our freedom. The number you call if you want to participate in the family, be part of the family, is 601-818-0569. I repeat, 601-818-0569. Mazi Dominic. Thank you and God bless you all, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Okay, my dear. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to the Zoom information so we can pass it on to them. The 9th day of January, that's what you said? Okay.
January 9th, sir.
Okay. That's wonderful. All right, thank you very much for your call. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here, 646-920-4541. 570-352-8442 +1 929-4069-953. Don't forget, our brother just told us the 9th day of January 2021 is going to be the day for the general meeting. I can't wait to be in that meeting. It's going to be a kind of Zoom meeting, so we're waiting for information. Most further information that will come in, we'll pass it on. All right, this is Radio Biafra. Give us a call. The lines are still open for you to make your call. I have a call coming in on on straight line. Caller on straight line, are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on, all right, the line just went off. I don't know what's wrong with this straight line. Keeps coming off and on. Unfortunately, okay, it comes back on. Let me try again and see if it's going to work this time. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Pirino Chika. I'm from Odingwaba, but I'm calling from Cotonou Precise in the Republic, former Dahoga. Mazi, that's what I want to just say this afternoon. What I want us to say, for that Zoom now, where I don't know what people going to celebrate this time around. They don't need to celebrate anything because danger day every year. And the kind of killing where they happen for that north now. I never see what person go beat in child say in the celebrate say okay I dey alive today. Thank God I dey alive. Thank God I dey alive. They alive, but the Fulani herdsmen and the band of terrorists, all the terrorist group, the key, follow people, they rampage, they come. They thank God say they're alive. If I'm going to say tomorrow, if they travel along the road, it will be a turn, they will slaughter you. What are they be saying? Maybe they wake up this morning. If it's from the west, no, now wake up, organize yourself. This nation say this green white green, they dismantle this green white green so that life will be saved. All of them, they gather themselves, they go pray, they go dance, they go contribute money for all these political men of God where they chop food in their pocket because as they gather in number, they contribute money for them. Then they make them they live large. And they don't want to stand to tell the truth so that they will know say if they stand there, people go begin know the way the water they enter boat, everybody go run, go their separate way to begin support their people. That is why they still they feed life. They ask you to pray. For since 1960 now, we do not achieve na paying and fasting. But other countries don't move for technology. Malaysia don't move for technology. You tell me Arab, all of them don't move for infrastructure and the massive investment and industrialization. What do we achieve na paying and fasting and casting of demon? Today, that paying and fasting and casting of demon, that zoo never save you. You never tie you the road. You never given 100% electricity. You never give you na industries in order to apply the youth. I don't know the time where all of you go come back from your hypocrisy way. Because all of you made the solution. The solution be say everybody go support their region to make sure say this green was green. The entire are going to chew so that life go save. All these people where don't die now from Kaduna and other middle belt where Fulani is the key. They don't they pray from 1960 to today. Since many donkey years they don't they pray. But their prayer never saved them from the bullet or from the cutlass from the Fulani herdsmen and the bandit and Yatiala. You see? So better for you to come out and see the truth and stand by doing something that is the solution. That solution, I'm waiting for that solution. Now to dismember that green, white, green. So the people will save their life. No country was built by paying and fasting alone. America was not built by paying and fasting. South Africa was not achieved their freedom by paying and fasting alone. They were doing something as a human being. That is what God don't give you brain. Give you eye to see danger and give you brain to walk. And in time of danger, you defend yourself. Do something like a human being. So that you will live like a human being. But for that view, the whole politicians, they use the whole political men of God, they walk. Then they pray for them, they gather money for them, then they go society for their congregation, they give them bag of million naira. So they do campaign every 4 years. What's important for them now to come organize election how they going to enter to steal. Not the important to do, but the people life no the important for them.
Thank you.
Then they keep every day by day. What in the organize now to go pray? What if they go pray for? What if they go dance? They go pray. Say they are but yeah, people don't kill them. Fulani herdsmen don't kill them. The police army don't kill them. SARS don't massacre all of them.
All right, your line just went off on its own, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if we have any more time to take any more calls. Let me read out something here that's very interesting and come out on Punch. It says, Buhari sacrificing Nigeria for northern interest. That's Bishop Kuka, the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto. He said, Bishop Kuka, the Bishop of Sokoto, says the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, has sacrificed the dreams of Nigerians on the altar of nepotism by allegedly pursuing northern hegemony. The bishop also said that Nigerians are appearing to be heading for darkness under Buhari's regime, noting that the government must explain the mystery behind the endless bloodletting in the country occasioned by insecurity. Everybody knows that. I'm sorry, Bishop. Anyway, the Bishop speaking and living in Sokoto and he's speaking is something because most people like him will are afraid to talk. All right, caller. Good morning, caller. On WhatsApp. This is my last call today. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi Peters. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you again for being on air. I say, Moki, continue to be your story, my brother. I don't have more to say. It's everybody that's calling today, they take a much, I don't know. People is calling, many are calling, but they're taking much time. But anyway, before anything, I know everybody wants to say everything that is in he or her own mind. Okay, it's okay. Maz, allow me to appreciate Onye Ndumas Namdekano, the one and the only, the man who stands strong, that he will do everything it takes to set us free. I say his days belong on this earth. Long live Maz Namdekano, long live IPOB, long live National Trust of Biafra. Mazi, my name is Maz Madabuchuduru. I hear from Iyke province, Biafra land. Maz, I will make it short. What makes me to call? I just want to ask some questions, Mazi, if you can be able to answer, please. And my question is this. You mentioned an account number from America, and this what happened last time when our leader said something about $1 in America. He just mandated only Americans, not those in Africa, not those in Biafra land, not those in Europe. So my question here is this. We that in Biafra land, or we that some of us that in zoo called Nigeria, and some of us that in Europe, this account number, how can we make our own nation? Please, can you just clarify me, please?
All right. As far as I'm concerned, the number that we are given here, it says is our new IPOB USA national account for support of ESN. Do you understand what I'm saying? It says it called it.
I'm hearing, sir. I'm with you.
USA national account. So if the other accounts are going to come, for now I have not received any information on that, but obviously it's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. The Europe probably going to have theirs. The Africa, they're going to have theirs. But for now, what I have been given and what I am announcing is our new IPOB United States of America national account. If you want to pay into that account, you can as well do so from wherever you are in the world. It doesn't matter, but that's the account. You can make.
Yeah, I know, but it will cost us a lot to transfer money from there to, but if you make it shorter, let's say.
I understand that. I understand what you're talking about. What I'm trying to say is that for now, this is what we have. So let us wait a little bit more and see if they're going to give us more information on, especially those of you living outside United States of America. But for now, what we have been given is what I have announced. This is the number for those in the USA. All right? So let's be a little
okay, sir. I got you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for clarification. No. So it does mean that we have to wait until another account for other continent,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Remain blessed, my brother. Complimentary of the season. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2, as you just speaking about the number. This person is okay. Let me take a call on the principal officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, fellow Biafran, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Abiyama, will continue to be with us. Mazi, my name is Hugo, and I am calling from Enugu province. See, Mazi, I want to addiction my voice, more especially the question that our brother just asked now is very, very important, because some people will start behaving or doing what is not, they are not instructed to do when it comes to this account. But thank you for clearing that question. The account that was made available for now is only one. And just as our brother said, anybody that wants to pay from here, the person, it will cost the person a bit of money and the effort. Yes. Then when the time comes for people here in different lands to do their own donation, I believe the proper account will be available. So everybody should take note of that. Then what I really want to say, Mazi, you see the evil doers in our land, the zoo, and their allies, those partner in crime, killing innocent people in the zoo. The truth about the ESN is that they are dying silently, and that's the reason why I continue to say that they are not comfortable, they are not happy, because our leader Mazi they can announce a security that will be protecting our people. And since that time, these evil vultures in our land are showing themselves, just because there was a security that was launched
for our people to be secured. But for a long time, our people are dying. They are pretending as if they are trying to do something. When it comes to Enugu province here, there is a group called Forest Guard. This Forest Guard was made available when people were lamenting, crying, and in the sense that Yoruba people made available Omotiku. So the Southeast governors, they came together, propaganda. They say, yes, they are going to make available a security that will be securing our people in the bush. Not knowing that some of them own the cow, and they don't want our people to come after those cows and their Fulani or slaves that is taking care of the cow inside bush. Some of them own the cow. And they told this forest guard is wearing green and green color as a costume, their uniform, to make sure that the Fulani people, nobody attack them. This is exactly what people are doing. Mazi, you couldn't believe that these people were contracted in that entire protest time. Some of them are protecting police stations. This is exactly what happened here. Zoological Republic. This place is a place that the devil lives on earth. They don't do anything good. What they're after is their own. These people, they say that they made them available to protect bush. That entire protest, they came out from bush and they are securing police station. They turned to vigilante everywhere. Somebody that is here can tell you. And this is exactly what people, they have their own personal security. They go to Mopo, protecting, they love their life so much. But other people's life is not important. If you show yourself to condemn what our leader established, number one, you won't do anything. You cannot stop it. But two, you have made yourself available and you will be killed when that time comes because you are killing us. You are the one that is killing our people and we don't even know. And that is the reason why you will come out boldly to condemn what Nnamdi Kanu made available. Mazi, I thank all of you. The blessing of Chukwu Abiyama will continue to be with our leader because of this wonderful work that he's doing to the indigenous people of Biafra. We own this land. Yes. And we will tell them that we own this land. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right. With that, all the lines have been shut down. We don't need to take any more calls at this time because Mazi Alozie USA 1 is coming up. Yeah, it's going to be here in a few minutes. But before we go, please don't forget to support our ESN. To support them because it's very important. And this is the new number where you can donate money, make your contribution, not just financially alone. If you have other information that you want to, the way you can provide equipment and everything, talk to your coordinator in your unit, in your wherever you belong, and then get in touch with them. They're going to make arrangements on how to. Our leader has said one time, if you buy anything you want to donate to us, tell me where it is and I'll come pick them up. That's exactly, I said it, those were his words. So, but for the monetary part of it, you want to support the ESN, Eastern Security Network. The bank name is here in the United States of America. This is for the U.S. national account for IP, for the support of ESN. The bank name is Chase Bank. The account name is Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots, INC. Routing number is 044 000037. Routing number for the account is 044 000037. And the account number is 669680 115. I repeat, account number 6696801115. The email address, if you want to send money by Zelle, is IPOBUSANA @yahoo.com. Make your contributions. Don't be left out. Don't sit on the fence. You have been given the information and this is where you send your money. Please don't start asking for other numbers. This is the original number. For those of us in the United States, like one of my brothers just asked a question What about those of us on the outside United States? For now, we have not been given any official number, but when we are given, definitely we'll pass it on to you. For now, if you want to stay outside United States, you can still make your payment, even though it's going to cost you money. That's what I'm saying. We don't even encourage that, because part of the money you're going to use in making payments to do that, you can still put it to the same organization and it will help. Adopt these people. Don't wait. Like I said before, don't wait and start paying it by the month, because you will not be able to remember. 3 months ahead of time, 4 months, so you can be able to, save more money to contribute to your payment. From me, this is goodbye. I'll see you again, God's willing, tomorrow at the same time. From here is goodbye.
Indigenous people of Biafra, I can hear the Lord saying, do not be afraid of your enemies. The Boko Haram you see today, you shall see them no more. Hausa Fulani jihadists, you shall see them no more. Says the Lord Almighty, I am with you. We must get to the promised land. The promised land is called Biafra, the land of rising sun. Obodo Chukwu goziri agozi, obodo Chukwu chọrọ mma, obodo Chukwu mere eze. Anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha, zọgbuo ha, zona ha. Ka anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha, zọgbuo ha, zona ha. Ka anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha, zọgbuo ha, zona ha. Ka anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, dị n'amaghị Chukwu obi ama, dị n'amaghị Chukwu okike mụ, dị n'amaghị Chukwu na dị ndụ, ndị na-ekweteghị na Chukwu ọba ma bụ chi n'ọbụ ya bụ chi kere anyị.